Is Tiffany Haddish not being pursued by you guys for allegedly stealing Jennifer Hudson of Common? Common and Tiffany Haddish broke up more than 3 years ago, and Tiffany blames Jennifer for their relationship's breakdown and accuses her of leaving her. Tiffany also seems to think that he ended his engagement to Tiffany because Jennifer persisted in pursuing Common, which made things worse. In case you missed it, Tiffany seemed to be quite upset with Common for ending their relationship, and Common went on to meet someone else. Common and Tiffany Haddish had a tumultuous separation, and each of them presented a different explanation. When Tiffany claimed that their relationship wasn't reciprocal and that he had surprised her when they split up, it was obvious that she didn't want to end it. While working together on the 2019 film That Kitchen, Common and Tiffany had the chance to get to know one another and build a strong relationship. However, Common abruptly decided to pursue his ex-lover, Angela Rye. He rushed back to Tiffany after their breakup, and she was thrilled to see him. Since everyone knows how tough it can be to maintain relationships, Common went over and beyond to reassure Tiffany by telling her that he was searching for the right woman to settle down with, and that he had attended therapy to see whether she would make a wonderful husband. Some very insightful comments. Others quickly noticed that, despite their charming chemistry, Tiffany seemed to be far more emotionally invested in their partnership than he was, giving the impression that their relationship was one-sided. In contrast to my guys who were barely making an effort at all, much like when she stated she wanted a big project and was getting close to 41, many people thought Tiffany was the right woman for him and that, at least temporarily, he meant what he said. All I can hope for is to enjoy a nice small supper and go hot air ballooning with my partner. She said, "That's what I would like to do on my 39th birthday. I went out to dinner with my grandmother, something I had never done before. For my 40th birthday, I also had a bat mitzvah, which was a lot of fun. On my 41st birthday, I wanted to go on a hot air balloon ride, but Common wouldn't go very far, so he just got her some FL hours and called it a day." Tiffany added that she wasn't afraid because she intended to pop the question at an apartment complex. Tiffany once shared that she was ready to adopt children, expressing a deep longing for motherhood. She mentioned taking parenting classes in preparation to adopt kids aged 5 or older, possibly even 7, who could use the bathroom and communicate on their own. She wanted them to understand how much effort she had put into becoming a good parent. Although she hadn't originally planned on having children, she declared she was ready to be a mom. However, Tiffany failed to clarify that she was the only one talking about children. This was surprising, considering Common had always been uncertain about whether he wanted kids. Their sudden breakup shocked everyone. Common gave the typical Hollywood explanation, blaming hectic schedules for their split and saying they couldn't invest enough time or energy into the relationship. He insisted the love hadn't disappeared, but that they simply weren't putting in the effort. Tiffany, however, didn't let him off the hook. She later suggested that maybe he wasn't the kind of man who could truly commit, like getting him to be hopping from flower to flower. Still, she wished him happiness and love despite the pain. After the breakup, Common began dating Jennifer Hudson. They tried to keep things under wraps at first, but their relationship reportedly sparked in 2022 while filming the movie Breathed in Philadelphia. According to insiders, they had known each other for a long time, and filming brought them closer. Initially, Jennifer downplayed the rumors, calling Common just a co-star, and said they had meals together during production. But when they were later spotted on a date in Malibu, and when Common flew to London to see her perform, it seemed clear something more was happening. Their selfie together and his appearance on her talk show, where she subtly acknowledged their relationship, made it even more apparent. Tiffany, however, was not amused. She even took jabs at Jennifer on social media, sarcastically commenting about never receiving earrings from Common, implying he had given such gifts to Jennifer. Tiffany seemed to carry emotional weight from the relationship long after it ended. In an interview, she said it was the happiest and healthiest relationship she had ever been in, and the one where she felt safest. Contrary to Common's narrative of mutual separation, Tiffany said he ended things and she had to come to terms with being potentially single for life. It was particularly awkward when Common and Jennifer went public, especially because Tiffany believed there might still be hope for reconciliation. According to an insider, Tiffany felt Jennifer pressured Common into the relationship and that he turned to Jennifer instead of making amends with her. This left Tiffany feeling betrayed and doubtful that reconciliation was even possible. Some fans criticized Tiffany's behavior, urging her to move on and focus on her career, while others defended Jennifer, asking for mutual respect between the two women. Despite the drama, Jennifer hasn't responded to Tiffany's comments, perhaps due to her Virgo nature, as some suggest. Tiffany's critics call her a hot mess, while others believe she's just stirring up drama for attention. The situation remains tense, and many are left wondering whether Tiffany is genuinely heartbroken or simply causing unnecessary trouble.